take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on first carry for DeAndre Swift. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Second and 9 now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now back to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Khalif Raymond.
His 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now to return. And able to,
as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Cross midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. They can't hang with us. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
There he goes right side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk, 94 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Moore now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll be dropped after a gain. It's the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated then Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 27.
Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Wide, get wide, go, shift. Check nickel.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This likely a must-have 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got this down to the 35. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
One more time with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.